Hey everybody, how's it going? JitteryJay here. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Next up, we're checking out the extended race 29 highlights from the Boost Mobile Gold Coast 500 from the 2025 Supercars Championship. We're going to jump right into this, but first we're going to hit Supercars with a like and subscribe on the original video. Their link will be in the description below, as well as a link to the original video for those who want to do the same. That being said, I've watched like the final 10 laps of a couple of these races, and it's been neck and neck each time where it's been a close race. Curious to see what the highlights are for this one. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, let me turn this on, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. That being said, let's turn this on.
The second instalment of the elimination finals on the Gold Coast is underway. And Feeney's made a nice jump, and so has Thomas Randall. In fact, Thomas has got pace on him at the moment, and he's going to try and close down on him and steal a bit of air by the time they get down to one. But he's pushed up high and wide, straight lines it, and so does his teammate Cam Waters. Feeney holds the line tight on the inside. Mostert's gone up into third position. Waters on the outside of him, and then it's Courtney. But Feeney pops out the other side, grabbing gears in the lead.
Great aggression then for Randall. He had got the best start. He moved over and actually purposely bumped Brock Feeney on the way into the first chicane. Now, what the driving standards advisor says about the run through of the chicane, who knows? Because they were all told
Going up
to
on two
try
wheels
to
on
make
that.
the corner.
Courtney straight lining the beach chicane on that occasion as well. Typical congestion back there at turn 11. And cars nose to tail as Cameron goes up the inside of Heimgartner, sends him out wide, and he brushes the fence. That little bump on a cold tyre puts you out in that greasy stuff on the outside. Heimgartner barely got away with that one.
That was a very close call from the young Kiwi. That was no room on the outside at the left-hander at turn 12 as they come onto the main straight. Just listening for what the radio comments are.
Feeney, Randall, Mostert, Waters, Courtney. Cameron's made a good
Catching
start
air on
behind him
them.
in sixth. Somebody else went straight ahead down there when we were with the specialty cam and the Repco curb cam down there, and unfortunately it's Davison who's all crossed up down at the first chicane.
You okay?
And is underway again. He had a bad day yesterday, and it's capping off what's been a very difficult season for him. That was his engineer,
Got any damage?
Tom Moore, just checking out the condition of the car, and Will is not happy.
That was horrendous.
He would
I
not.
just got stinged so badly.
He wouldn't have done that by himself.
Wow, I got off the wall.
Start replays. So look at the run there that Randall's got on the right-hand side. And I thought he was going to take it off Brock Feeney. He moved over and they bumped on purpose. And then Brock fires down, then he can't turn left. So
Race control attention all teams. The stewards have imposed a pit lane penalty of drive-through to car 14 for a driving infringement.
That's a tough deal for Will Davison and for Bryce Fullwood. Wheeling the fence, Fullwood's been adjudged to do the wrong thing, and this is the replay of all that stuff that Mark was describing down there at one. So we're riding with Brock Feeney for Thomas.
Is it because he
who
hit
we're now
him
with.
or he bumped him?
Almost got too far down in the rev range, but as he got going, he had a lot more pace, but he tried to hustle it to the left. He has a bit of a look, but there's nowhere to go because there's a Camaro down the left side. And then in the end, because he can't turn, he goes straight ahead. Waters did the same. Waters was trying to argue the point with Mostert, and he also glanced off the door, and he couldn't turn down, so they've got no choice.
it's effectively one lane there, isn't it?
Look at this stuff here. Ryan Wood, Andre Heimgartner in the live images, so you need to look in every direction here to understand what's going on. Our live images are lively, so you've got Heimgartner and Wood are well and truly at it.
Oh, okay.
So that's a key positional move there for Ryan Wood. You talked about him climbing up the field, and he's got a big battle on his hands here at the moment.
13.
I just wanted to get this. Check this out. Cold tyres after the stop. Kostecki smashes it straight over the curb there. And on a cold tyre, that is as committed as you can be. So they come into the pit, did the early strategy to try to get some clear air. And Brodie, who's lost none of his vigour, demonstrated exactly that. And now he's got the run. He's down the inside of Bryce at turn 4. He's been able to make that move quite well. And the clear air is going to continue to have him forge his way forward.
So, are they not allowed to? Well, I would guess they're not allowed to just go straight across that. Where those couple cars ended up having to go straight, did they get the infringement, or did the person that blocked them off get the infringement? That's what I don't understand on that one. But anyway,
is going to continue to have him forge his way forward.
You know, some speed when they're catching air on them little bumps.
Wood, guys, and that suspicious issue he's having with that cool suit. I just heard the team giving him instructions on how to try and remedy that from inside the car. So it looks like a continuing developing problem for Ryan Wood with that cool suit.
We've got Matt Payne sweating all over the back of Aaron Cameron here at the moment, and really in a trance looking at the tyre wall distortion on Aaron Cameron's car, and he's under assault here, and Matty's looking, and threads the needle done. And actually, he slapped the wall, Aaron Cameron, because he got out into that slippery stuff where there's a bit of dirt and dust and a bit of rubber out there, and that could make him slightly vulnerable also.
Oh, he's sideways through the little right-hand kink. He couldn't get it stopped. He had it completely sideways in the braking area for the final corner. Wow, that was a good save by Aaron Cameron then. That was a really good save. He was right out sideways, so he was braking the car to go to the right before the change of direction, and then it escaped on him because he was out with the tyres dirty from the previous pass.
And they've brought Mostert in while we're enthralled with this battle going on here at the moment. Cameron Allen and Heimgartner in out for Chaz. So they've decided to do what we were talking about before, potentially hoping to get some value from the undercut. So Cameron then got out of phase with that passing manoeuvre, and then he slapped the wall. It took him out of whack slightly, and then he had the thing skating all the way into the final complex, and now he's under extreme pressure from Alan
catching air on every turn,
who's in here, and not too far from them, in fact, is Will Brown, who's recovering
almost every turn, I should say,
from his traumatic qualifying.
Yeah, this is a big moment in this spot here on the previous lap. He did a beautiful job. He had the Scandinavian flick going, he had it sideways to the right, then he left the steering lock on and flicked it to the left.
Now Waters is in together with Matt Payne from first and second, leaves Kai Allen in the lead.
Very clear running, nice and smooth on the dog.
This is going to be an issue for Payne to swing around the front with these compact pit areas, to swing around the front and make it in. You can see there, he's compromised there, he's on the angle.
Yeah, he's on the lock stops to be able to turn it in there too. You don't want the rear of the car on too much of an angle, or you can't couple up the fuel properly, but he's in outdone. Kai Allen leads.
Oh, this is going to be tight.
Waters scampers out. Courtney decides just to go straight ahead. I think he did that at the start too, didn't he? So he could be careful he doesn't run out of lives with that game.
He did that purposely to blaze through there so he'd come out of turn 4 with hot tyres versus Waters on cold tyres. So that was a purposeful cut of the chicane to give him a chance to get by Waters. So that's experience.
4 cars are yet to stop. Allen, Heimgartner, Percat, Murray.
This is nuts.
Yeah, so we heard him on the radio saying let me through, or I heard him on the radio say that, and he's just done that nicely. So Chris Stuckey would have told Thomas Randall, can you oblige? And that gives Cam free passage to try and have a crack at Chaz Mostert. Now that margin to Mostert is pretty chunky. It's 7.6 seconds. So is that.
The damage on this thing.
That's pretty chunky as
Look
well.
at it. All the back of it's hanging off too.
From the board, build that pressure as the car goes up. Straight is good. We don't need a tear off. Straight is good.
Same sort of thing going.
You got still 10 more seconds. Are you happy with the GUI? Give it a thumbs. Cool. Okay, make sure you got a gear, mate. Approximately 4 more seconds. We're standing by. You're going to be good to go. Standing by. Clear, clear,
It
clear.
doesn't instill confidence looking at them going on doing that, does it? Where the rattle gun's just sitting there slaving away, trying to get the thing nipped up and Yeah, when it's wobbling around, I think that's what you saw before that made you concerned with the sister car. But good comms, Mark Dutton runs that very well, very clear. Like, is that sorted? Thumbs up?
Yeah. That was excellent communication between the team members there. And Mark Dutton is one of the most experienced guys in pit lane, handles those circumstances so well. And as soon as he asked the question, the pit crew member went bang, yep, we're okay with a thumbs up and we're off and racing.
What's on the track?
So a little bit of an undercut gain too, remember here. I think they'll force Mostert on to...
Oh, look, there was something on the track. I don't want to go back too far. It was right after this.
racing.
Right there is. There's somebody lost a bumper or something. Or what's the part? Lower part? Canards? Is that what it is?
So a little bit of an undercut gain too, remember here. I think they'll force Mostert on to coming in. There's 27 laps remaining. And we know that Feeney was putting together some really nice laps. Check this. Oh, I love it. That is so good, isn't it? Have a look at the displacement of the left-hand rear. Check this. As it lands, have a look at the displacement. And even the bag of the tyre comes off the bead when it lands.
Okay.
It's mad.
That's one of the maddest shots I've ever seen. That is unbelievable.
Bad sportsmanship flag for car 26, exceeding track limits at turns 8 and 10.
7.8 seconds is the gap between Chaz Mostert, who's now got the lead. Brock Feeney, of the front runners, is the first of them to take the second stop. We're now waiting and watching to see what they do with Mostert and Waters and how they play this by response. And in fact, the answer comes up to me now because Chaz Mostert's come in. You just saw that unbelievable image of the cars leaping through the chicane there before. Supercars are not meant to fly, but they're certainly doing that out there this afternoon. We're easily amused. Every time we see it, we go, wow. We've done it 500 times this weekend.
This is a good policy for WIU to respond. And we thought they were going to have almost exactly the same amount of fuel required. So the gap prior to the stop was 2.5 seconds. So we'll just see what this looks like when Chaz gets back out. Remember, there will be a little bit of undercut benefit, so it might be closer to 3 seconds in reality.
Everybody's pitting.
Waters has gone to the lead.
Am I looking at the wrong?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
I am thinking I'm looking at the wrong race. They were supposed to be the same in terms of the fuel required. So Mostert has undercut him massively.
Yeah, so there's
not by a little bit. There's something in our calculations.
It's not right. Now Cam Waters has come in, so they're also responding now at Tickford. And Waters got a bit of pressure here from Matt Payne at the moment.
The one, mate, keep pressing on, push on hard into it.
And he's got that challenging task here of trying to hold his position and keep a pretty vigorous competitor at bay.
Yeah, Payne's going to have a dive. He'll have a dive here. He's had a good run off there. Oh, and he's blocked him, and he's done a Scott McLaughlin on Frosty. He's arrived down the inside with the wheels locked. He's able to regain control of the car and get down there. That is a bold move by Matt Payne, but beautifully done.
Oh, sick.
Oops. That's awkward. Stanaway down the inside, gets away with it, and makes it stick on Brody Kostecki. And Bryce Fullwood limping down the other side. Now they're going to make an argument out of this all the way up to the high-speed chicane, a proper argument out of it. And that was wild. Now the plan is supposed to be the bloke on the left has right away if he's got the nose in front when they get down there, but there's no way that Brody was going to yield there. So that was just, I'm staying my foot in the bucket, and the first man to blink loses.
Well, that car was a pile of rubble yesterday. That's as close as it gets to making it into another one.
It's probably worth having a look at again if we get a chance.
Oh, he's giving him a hit. Yeah, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. There's no doubt this is going to end up ugly. And that's 2 spots. There's Anton just grabbed 2 spots.
Yep. So out of all that silliness, Di Pasquale's an enormous beneficiary. So that was wild. So that situation there with guys losing their tempers has been a great benefit to Di Pasquale. Ryan Wood down the inside now. 14 laps remain. And Anton's just skipped away. So this is going to resume this little battle up the end of the back straight here.
Yeah, this is not over. So Stanaway's back into him again.
And he'll want to get close by the time they get back up here to the left-hander. Here we go. He's going to have a look down the inside, make the case. And this time he's got it done and cleanly passes.
Cutting it close a little bit.
Got to run on him here. He's got to run on him. He's got to run on him. He's got to run on him. Ooh, that was close. In fact, Thomas turned it in a little late to actually give him a little bit of room.
25.
Kept it first gear to get round there, Kai. Had to slow it up so much, but he's sweating on him. He's got a grip advantage at the moment, but it's hard to get by. You got to work every angle here.
Giving it a hit.
Giving him a proper one that turned him. But he stopped. Actually, that was smart by Kai. So he propped and didn't take advantage. So that was awkward contact. Randall's blown up.
We've got 9 to go.
But Alan did the right thing.
Yeah, he's
gave him a
redressed.
whack, and he didn't even bother to go by. He just sat there and then patiently waited. He probably got himself out of jail with that one.
Yeah. That initial redress, although it was a manoeuvre that put Randall in. So this is out of 13 in the braking area, battling to get it stopped, and he's drilled him. Bang. So right out, bang, into the fence, and then he stops.
So he dipped the clutch, fed it first gear, waited. So here it is from the chopper again. Thump, turns him. Thomas has tried to catch it. And then Alan just patiently waits. And that was a good decision.
He got a penalty if he passed him, wouldn't he?
Doesn't take much when you're already at the grip limit under brakes down there. And inside that helmet, things would have got pretty hot and steamy at that point. Meantime, the gap up the front's down to half a second, and the margin between Payne and Heimgartner as Courtney's fed in here. So Courtney's sitting in the wall at turn 11, looking for reverse, and he can't back into the traffic there. Now he's clear. Meantime, this is what's going on at the front of the race. Courtney's plummeting down the order, down into the mid-teens now, and I think he's managed to be able to get it going. But these guys, it's going to be, no, he hasn't. He moved it, but it hasn't got very far up the road. So does that trigger a safety car? Meantime, the battle between Mostert and Feeney is lit up properly here at the moment as they negotiate the yellow flag area.
Safety car boards and flags.
There is a safety car. This will bunch the field up. Now, the other battle that I'm being keen to look at is Heimgartner and Payne. They've been in a battle here, and Heimgartner's currently on target for a podium. This will bunch the field up. This will light the game up, our first safety car of the day.
Absolutely. Now, there's got to be more to the story with James Courtney, because Anton Di Pasquale needed to get by to make it into the next segment of the finals. Now, did he give him a bump? Has James made it by himself into the fence at turn 11? We're going to tell you the story. Here it is. Here's the replay. Anton dives down the inside, locks the wheel into the back, and that's the end of the story for JC, for James Courtney. He's giving him a bump, punches him into the tyres on the outside. And he couldn't do much by then because you can't see, you don't know what's going on. You're just trying to get yourself back so you can turn and stay in the game. So this safety car is out as a consequence of the bump that Anton Di Pasquale ended up into the back.
That's not bad though. 7 laps to go now in their first safety car. That's not bad, especially with the way they're catching air on them turns. That's sick.
Bump that Anton Di Pasquale ended up into the back of James Courtney at turn 11. This is a big moment. There's a lot of big moments in this championship right now unfolding in front of us.
Down the inside comes Allen. He's on the dirty side of the road. He forces the issue with Thomas Randall, and he makes good and fires out the other side in first gear. So Thomas Randall on the radio.
Mustard back in
It's
first.
a thunderous train on the run up towards the beach chicane here that involves Alan Randall Brown and Di Pasquale, who's got 15 seconds hanging over his name to be applied at the end of the race. And then it is Wood, followed by Cameron Kostecki, Reynolds, Murray and Evans, our 15.
That was pretty lively.
Look at the side of Thomas Randall's car. It's battle-scarred from all the way down the left front to the left rear of that car. Back to the lead of the race. And there's nothing in it. 0.4 of a second is the gap between Mostert and Feeney for a nail-biter on the Gold Coast for day 2. Sam Scafidi, the engineer on the radio, encouraging Mostert. Brock just fires in there with not a millimetre left under brakes. They throw both their cars up and over the top of the chicane. And he tries to go down the inside, Feeney, but it didn't quite work. There is absolutely nothing in it, and he had to yield, or it could have been considered a bump and run.
And have a look at how Heimgartner's ranged up in behind there now, because he was blocking. Mostert was blocking. Feeney was all locked up. They actually hit, but they were going slow in the end, and they both got away with it. This is on at the front of the field, and a big dive by Feeney. This is a massive moment.
He rescued it. He rescued it. He threw everything at it, Brock Feeney, but he almost threw away either the lead or second place, because now Heimgartner is well and truly in this, and so is Payne, and so is Waters. If anything, it let Mostert off the hook. They were playing for keeps at the northern end of the racetrack, and unfortunately the gamble didn't quite work for Brock.
One to go.
Mostert could be on here for the double. He put together a big day on Saturday. He's got a margin now of 1 second, and they've got 2.9 kilometres to go on the Goldie.
Can Heimgartner?
Feeney, then Heimgartner, then Payne, then Waters. There is nothing between second, third, fourth and fifth at the moment.
I don't think Heimgartner's got the ultimate pace there, Neil. I thought he was going to be able to make some ground on Feeney in the braking area. The last lap now, Feeney's been able to come off turn 4 with enough gap to capitalise on the way that car's been behaving all day. Big slide there for Heimgartner coming off turn 11. This is a dive. This is a dive for the podium from Payne.
And he's vulnerable. He's vulnerable on the run up here to 12, but he covers. And he covers just in the nick of time as he turns in Heimgartner. He's only got a couple more corners to negotiate. He's clinging by his fingernails to a spot on the podium here. This is going to mean a lot to him. It's going to mean a lot to Brad Jones Racing. But meantime, at the front of the field, this guy sticks together a double. Chaz Mostert has done a mighty job on the goal tonight. What a performance for him. Grabs the checkered flag at 150 points and stamps his name on a place well and truly in the semi-finals. Threw everything at it. He had that thing locked up, sliding, grinding, trying to find a way down the inside of Chaz. He didn't get there, but in the process, he almost undid himself, almost exposed himself to a complete positional change involving Heimgartner and Payne. But in the end, it's settled, and he came home the runner-up. But wow, and what a moment for this bloke.
It's Chaz Mostert, who has more than punched his ticket to Sandown. He double-clicked it on the way through because he picked up a win on Saturday, and then again here today in race 29. Heimgartner on the podium, pushed all the way by Brock Feeney. Payne, Waters, that was a great fight with Kai Allen. Words between Allen and Randall after the checkered flag. Kai looked to try and apologise for the contact that was made down there. Anton Di Pasquale, he tried, he threw everything at it. He drops to the back of the lead lap with that 15-second penalty. And man, did that get exciting after we had the late race BP pole safety car. Still no rain, but that storm, it's coming.
Gotta take that victory, Cyril. At 360. Anyway, this was exciting. At least I thought so. I thought that was a great finish. Those last three, those not last three, but third, fourth, and fifth place were so close to each other. They were bumping, it looked like. So, man, I don't know how they can hit them speeds and stay that close without accidents all over the place. But That's why they get paid the big bucks. Anyway, I thought this was very exciting. I would love to hear your guys' take on it in the comments. Let me know what else I can check out, and I will get there as soon as I can. And if you're still here and haven't done so yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons before you go. It goes a long way towards supporting the channel. It really helps out a lot, and it's greatly appreciated. That being said, that is just about going to do it for this video. It's also the next one for me. Hope to see you guys there as well. Love you guys. Peace. Hey guys, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here at JitteryJay.